Do you have a cluttered heart? This is a major problem with lots of people, which is causing all sort of issues in their lives with regards to career, workplaces, finances, marriages, families, and many more things. If your heart is in mess, you will lose focus or become blind to see the opportunities, situations, and sometimes even people. You are not able to see these things because you are so much deeply wounded and messed up inside. My name is Emmanuel Joseph, and this is Millennial Godfather Talk. I'm here to inspire the entire world, especially the millennials and the Generation Z. Today, I'm going to share 3 tips on how you can simplify this problem by yourself. As we all know, human beings are never satisfied with the things they have and are always in the process of wanting more and more in life. And the consequence is that we are complicating our own lives. So, here is the first tip to have an uncluttered heart. That is, be happy with what you have. People always have a habit of putting conditions on things happening in their lives by the very act of saying and living as if you will be happy when some event or some circumstances happen in your life. You are creating a distinction between being happy and not being happy. And that becomes the absolute reality in your life. Happiness is a way of life, it is an attitude. So choose to see beauty and opportunity in everything that comes your way, regardless of circumstances, and you will be contented or happy with your present. And also, you become happy in other people's life. The second tip is setting priority in your life. Since the heart is cluttered, we have the tendency to easily lose sight of our priorities and to deviate the course of life. We allow minor problems of our life to defeat us and permit other distractions to deviate us from the actual purpose and accept other people's priority as our own. In the extension to this, we become robots without really thinking about where our life is taking us. Before we realize it, days and months pass by and we are in the middle of nothing. We need to understand that our time is limited. We can do anything but not everything. My suggestion is when you set your priorities in your life, don't set too many. It's very easy to get caught up in the busyness of life. Sometimes things seem bigger than they actually are. Setting and occasionally re-evaluating our lives and the priorities helps us to keep the end in mind and what is actually important versus what seems important. And the last and the final tip is focus on one thing at a time. As long as you focus on achieving one thing at a time, you can achieve almost anything in life. We have lots of ideas in our brains, but we struggle to put it into practice because of our cluttered mind and heart. That's because human minds are always unstable. Our desires keep changing constantly. We pursue new things before we finish our task in hand. There's always a discrepancy between what we know and what we do. We need to practice single tasking instead of multitasking. Even if you have multiple things to do, I suggest to focus on one thing at a time. For example, don't answer the call when you are in conversation with someone. Don't check your phone or email while at meetings. When working, focus on single task at a time. If you take time to become less distracted by your desires, the more reliable you will become. You will become the person who will value your life. And then you will start achieving one thing after the other. And your job is to keep up this momentum. If your heart is uncluttered, you live in peace. You become the part of the system. This is how people remain happy and wealthy. Please do like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share it with your friends. Thank you very much.